Hi everybody, and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey. So when you after you're done watching this video, please give me a Fonzie. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell so you know when I post videos and when I go live. And after you're done watching this video, go right ahead and share it with somebody who you think will resonate with these messages. All right. All of that helps out this channel and it is greatly, greatly appreciated. This video is for the month of May for the star sign of Sagittarius. Okay. So Sagittarius, you have a blue full moon coming in your sign on May 31st, which is right around Memorial Day. So the holiday. Okay. All right, angels, what do you want to communicate with the Sagittarius collective for the month of May? So you have Archangel Raphael coming through here, Sagittarius, telling you, give your cares and worries to us angels, allow us to take your burdens. So some sort of a healing is taking place because Archangel Raphael is a divine physician. And he is giving you a lot of emotional therapy, a lot of mental therapy. He's giving you a lot of angelic therapy. Like he's really working, I feel, with some of you, working with your heart space. All right. I feel like he's telling you, don't worry. Allow us to take the heaviness. They're showing me the 10 of Wands, which is the burden energy. Carrying all these sticks, carrying all these heavy burdens on your journey. I feel like he's telling you you're almost home, love. You're almost home for some of you. You could see he is dressed in green. And he has like a red, I don't know, I want to say kind of a scarf around him. Red rules the root chakra. The root chakra is what makes us feel secure, what makes us feel, have good family bonds, which makes us feel healed and healthy, which helps us with our abundance, our money, our finances. He is in green, which represents the heart chakra, so it's about giving and receiving. So you may have a problem receiving something, and what the problem is an emotion, anxiety, worries. It is like it's blocking it, and it's like very burdensome for you. We have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of engagement. So we have the heart chakra card coming through here. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So we have also, look, the moon cycles, Sagittarius. So the blue moon, Archangel Raphael. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. So there could be a cycle completing here where you are manifesting some prosperity into your life. But you need to, there's maybe a higher heart activation here. You may have a particular friend around you that is supporting you. Maybe you need to ask them for some help, or maybe accept some help from them. Help you find peace, help you find happiness, help you to let go of any worries or cares that you may be carrying within your heart space. Help you to take some sort of a heavy load off of your back, is what I feel here, so that you can attract and not chase, is what I see. All right. So Archangel Raphael done stepping up in the house for you, Sagittarius. All right. This is for my high vibing Sagittarius, by the way, just letting you know. that it may be allowing this emotion to lower your vibration. And that could be why Archangel Raphael is stepping up in the house saying, listen, you know, this emotion is weighing you down. It's lowering your vibration, and you need to allow us to offer you some sort of therapy, offer you some sort of healing energy here, so that you can trust the process, trust the process, and feel secure. All right, so let's go ahead and shuffle up these cards real quick here for the month of May for Sagittarius. First week, I need you. So you may have, again, a neediness, or you may have some sort of a shadow side that you need, that is weighing you down, that like somebody may be trying to siphon your energy. The second week of May, life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. So definitely some sort of an emotion coming through here, some sort of a neediness, a codependent energy here, where it just keeps creating these storms. It keeps creating these emotional storms in your life. And you're always waiting for the storm to pass. You're always waiting for this emotion, or you could be always waiting for a storm to come, right? Always waiting for, it's like you're always in this emotional storm. It's a repetitive cycle that has been weighing you down. You could have something like a shadow side that needs to be addressed here, that you have been carrying. Like it's a heavy burden, a heavy shadow energy here. The third week of May, ancestral traditions and honoring rituals. So you could have an ancestor around you that is working with Archangel Raphael. That is saying, listen, call upon your angels, right? Call upon your angels. Call upon Archangel Raphael. You could have an ancestor who is also a guardian angel for somebody out there. Who is telling you, don't wait for this to pass. It's about learning how to throw down that umbrella and allow that water to just wash right off of you and cleanse you. Cleanse and release any, it's because the umbrella kind of like shields you. It shields you, and this water energy just like it stays stuck within us, right? The fourth week of May, I feel like making dreams come true. So pay attention to your dreams in the month of May. You could be seeing a friend in your dreams here. You could be seeing a friend in your dreams. Maybe somebody in your dream state could be showing up in shadow form and wanting your help. Because why? Because you're going through a heart chakra activation. You're going through a higher heart activation. Somebody may be engaging with you in your dreams. This could be an ancestor who is engaging with you in your dreams. What I mean by engaging with you is sitting down, having a conversation, right? This ancestor could be warning you about a friend who is in this stormy energy. But here you are. Maybe you care about this friend. Maybe you want to help this friend. Or this friend may want to come in and help you. You take the messages as they resonate. And this could happen around the moon cycles. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck we have live fully, create happiness, speak kindly, hug daily, smile often, hope more, laugh freely, seek truth, inspire change, and love deeply. So I feel like there's definitely a need to live your life fully. But how do we live our life fully? By staying in this happy energy. By smiling, by laughing, by loving in a very deep and profound way. Fully, happy, kindly, daily, often, more freely, truth, change deeply. The truth is, you have the power to change your life. The wisdom comes, through wisdom comes death. With wisdom comes death. So for some of you, this ancestor is bringing the wisdom to you. This is a mirror. You are a written sentence, and it's in reverse. So somebody could have been doing, you're mirroring something to somebody. Maybe somebody is doing some sort of mirror magic on you. Okay, so focus. So I feel nothing is impossible. Wish you were here, breathe, and pure unconditional love. So I feel like you need to stay in this energy like nothing is impossible. When you look at life, whether it's life or death, when you look at life as, okay, life here on earth is a learning process. What am I learning? Well, I am learning that you could be, what you think about is like the reality you're creating here. This is a mirror. You are a written sentence. Yes, you are more than a sentence. You are a story. So when you put your focus on, okay, well, this is how I feel. I feel I want to create more happiness in my life. I feel I want to smile more often. I feel I want to inspire change. I feel I want to love deeply. The storm, right? The storm will pass. When you learn to focus your life on creating the reality that you want to create. One sentence at a time. As within, so without. So when you are in a chaotic storm within of worry, of anxiety, you're creating your outer world the same way. So be aware of your dreams, because you could literally be seeing this ancestor in your dreams. For some of you, for others of you, this could just be a shadow side that is appearing within you, of neediness, of anxiety, of over caring, over like overly focused on codependency. So calling in Archangel Raphael to heal your heart. Call in Archangel Raphael to help you throw down that umbrella and learn how to dance in that storm. Praise it, because with every storm, there's always a rainbow afterwards. You can't have a rainbow without the storm, right? You definitely have an ancestor coming through here. And they want you to honor the storm. So some of you may be going through some sort of a storm this month. You could have somebody out there could have did a ritual to activate a mirror. Somebody could be living out of their shadow side, showing up in somebody's dreams. So where you put your focus, right? Where you put your focus is the reality you're creating. So when you're focusing on this worry, when you're focusing on this anxiety, you are focused on this stormy emotion within yourself, you're creating that outside of yourself. So if you want something to come true, you want your dreams to become your reality, you got to create that reality. By learning to experience everything that comes your way. Okay? Because like I said, with all the storms, there's always a rainbow. Right? Alrighty, Sagittarius. I need more love in my life. I need to smile more often. I need to laugh freely. I need to seek truth, right? I need love. I need deep love. I want to change my life, but I'm not taking the steps that I'm being guided to take to make the changes in my life. I'm always in this hopeful energy, but I'm not taking the steps that I need. Therapy session is in class here. This could be connected to a Scorpio. Alrighty. Give it one more quick shuffle here. Cut it. First week of May. I need you. Live fully, create happiness, speak kindly, and so on. The Ten of Sky. Yeah. So, the Ten of Sky in reverse talks about the pain and suffering, that storm, that pain and suffering that you've experienced. That pain and suffering has given you a lot of inspiration. Through all the backstabs, through all the betrayals, through all the emotional storms that you've experienced, right? On a ritualistic basis. Okay, this has helped you to inspire a change within thyself, which helps you to inspire the wisdom through the wounds, right? Through the backstab, through the betrayal, all the pain, all the suffering from codependent people. I need you. Like, it's helped you to face the shadow sides. Where maybe you're realizing you don't need anybody, right? So, yeah, this is beautiful. I love the fact that you have the Ten of Swords in a reverse position, because this tells you through all the pain and suffering that you've endured, you are now rising up and inspiring change within the collective of how to overcome, right? It's like I said, turning that power into wisdom. You are like a spiritual therapist. You are a spiritual therapist. You have Archangel Raphael coming in and definitely healing somebody from all the betrayal, all the wounds. So you may have to say, okay, Archangel Raphael, I need you to come in and help me. I need you to come in and help me to rise up out, because I've already hit rock bottom, right? Life has already caused me to hit rock bottom. Archangel Raphael, I need you to come in and help lift me up out of this burdensome energy, to help seek the truth as to why I went through what I went through. How can I have more hope? How can I create a more happier life? One where I could see the rainbow through the storm. The wisdom through the wounds of what needed to be laid to rest. I see crown chakra, so the crown chakra could be activating. Sky Kitten, Ace of Wands in the Lovers in reverse, the Nine of Sky, which is really good because this talks about the dreams. This talks about, you could have had a parasitic individual who was coming into your dreams, siphoning off your energy. You could have had a parasitic individual coming in your dreams trying to unalive you. All right. This could have been an ex-lover. This person played a lot of mind games with you. They wanted you to stay in this mind game. They did not want you to trust your heart. This is somebody who was siphoning your energy. This could have been a friend. Somebody who was spying, lying, gossiping on you. Somebody who may have been contracted by the angel of death to do this, right? All right, life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. With death comes wisdom. The Four of Sky in reverse. So the Four of Sky talks about that healing, right? The healing that has taken place. The wisdom that has been gained through this healing journey when it comes to life. The Four of Swords in reverse talks about the Four of Swords in reverse talks about they're showing me this wind compass. Something about the directions. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, the pain and suffering is over. Now the healing begins, right? All right, Sagittarius, so the second week of May talks about waking up from this mental slumber of always in this anxiety, always in this worry, always in this burdensome energy, and realizing how your mind has created your storms, has created your reality. So you're moving out of this pain and suffering, and you are rising up and recovering beautifully. So what you need to do is see the wisdom in how to recover from all the pain and suffering that you've endured. This talks about being able to manage these burdens. So I feel like what you are doing the second week of May is you are, because of the crown, I'm telling you, the mental energy, the mental storms. Of feeling anxious, feeling unsettled, always worried, right? These mental burdens that you've been carrying that have created your reality. Is now ending. This is something you can't hide from. You are learning how to manage your energy, how to manage your pain. So you're waking up from this mental slumber. You're waking up and you're releasing this heavy burden of pain and suffering. Of being codependent, always working out of the shadow side. Always needing more, right? Somebody could be an energy vampire here. Scorpio energy. Somebody maybe being forced to take a break. All right. Bottom of the deck we have The Six of Sky. The Six of Sky reverse. See the cat fight in the background? So yeah, I feel like somebody is stuck in a Six of Swords energy. They're always stuck in a drama. They're always stuck in this, with the Swords energy, this mental overload. And somebody needs to find balance, right? Somebody is always in this hopeless energy. They don't know. They never trust their intuitive guidance, right? They're always feeling drained of energy. Always in mental overload. But I feel like that's ending. You're breaking free. You're breaking free of it. Alright, ancestral traditions, honoring rituals. This is a mirror. You are a written sentence. I feel like for some of you, you may be gaining wisdom as to why these mental storms keep coming back around. You are learning why you're always in this mental storm, mental overload. It's because you don't trust. You don't know how to it's like you're getting this source of inspiration. Archangel Raphael is coming in and inspiring you. And you're learning how to get out of this mental overload. 5. 1 and a 4 is a 5. 5, 5, 5. The storms. Towers. Why do these towers always keep repeating in my life? Why do I always keep experiencing these towers? As within, so without. Right? Okay, so we have the 9 of C on the bottom of the deck now. So this talks about not searching for happiness outside of thyself. Finding that true happiness within thyself. As within, so without. So where you are emotionally happy within yourself, you create a more emotionally happy outside thyself, right? The mirror energy. Ancestral traditions, honoring ritual. This is a mirror. You are a written sentence. Okay, so we have the Hierophant and we have the Star that are both in reverse. So the Hierophant in reverse talks about, of course, it's Taurus, your money, right? So we have 5, 5 coming through here, 55. Taurus, the Hierophant in reverse talks about maybe somebody doing rituals, right? A dark high priest who maybe did some sort of a ritual to keep you in this mental state, to keep you in this pain and suffering, to keep you in this mental anguish, always creating storms in your life, right? Always playing mind games with you. Always, I feel like this person wanted you to carry their burdens. The Star card in reverse talks about the sense of hopelessness. They wanted you to feel as though you lost your divine protection. You lost your sovereignty. So what they were doing was they were keeping you in this mental, it's like the storm kept returning, right? The storm kept returning and they wanted you to keep this in this anxiety, this mental storm 24/7 by messing with your head, your crown chakra. Mirror, written sentence. They could have been sending you subliminal, negative, intrusive thoughts to keep you in this pain and suffering. May 14th could be significant. May 17th could be significant, which is when the new moon happens. Coming in your dreams, playing with you. keep seeing the word traditions, and that's what the Hierophant talks about, traditions. So I feel like the religious or spiritual traditions, that structure is falling. For some of you, this could be somebody your ancestors that are on the other side are trying to help you. They could have warned you about how your mind creates your reality. And when you're in this hopeless energy, that's the storm that you create. And they're teaching you something about the sacral chakra. Because the sacral chakra, when you dance, right? When you dance, that sacral chakra, you awaken it. So I feel like somebody could have studied somebody. A friend could have come in as a fake friend to study somebody. Oh, we have the Emperor. Somebody trying to control something. The Seven of Sea. Yeah, somebody is trying to make somebody very confused here. Somebody was trying to control a narrative. This is somebody who was trying to control somebody's thoughts. Somebody who caused a lot of pain and suffering for somebody here. A father figure is coming through. Somebody could have been trying to steal somebody's identity. And they did not want them. They wanted them in this state of confusion. But I feel like whoever I'm talking to, I feel like you took your power back. You ripped off that blinder. Again, dreams, but I feel like you took off that blinder and you're no longer confused about a situation. Somebody could have tried to sacrifice a coven of individuals could have tried to sacrifice somebody. Tried to sacrifice somebody of a high authority. But Archangel Raphael stepped in and helped lift them up out of this pain and suffering. And the reason, and I feel like that they are learning how to inspire change throughout with the collective. The wisdom through the wounds, the power through the pain. All right, I feel like making dreams come true and focus. Okay, so the Two of Sky. So the Two of Sky talks about that confusion energy. Yeah, somebody, I'm telling you, confusion. Two cards of confusion. Mental confusion, emotional confusion. They wanted you to, or this is you, Sagittarius, focus on the storm, right? Focus on, oh my God, I can't see my way out. I don't know how. I can't see something clearly, right? Something was not quite clear. And this person could have showed up in your dreams as a shadow. And whatever this message was not quite clear. until now. Now you're seeing it more clearly. That maybe somebody tried to sacrifice you. Could be a Pisces involved. A Taurus, an Aquarius. A Pisces, a Taurus, an Aquarius. So, the Two of Swords talks about, I'm unclear. I can't see something clearly enough to make a decision. The Seven of Cups talks about the illusion. I can't see something clearly enough to make a decision, to make a choice. Because with the Hangman in reverse, this talks about going through an awakening, right? It also talks about being sacrificed, sacrificing something. Seeing 333. Somebody could be getting a magical backfire here because they tried to sacrifice somebody of a high authority, a high spiritual authority, a starseed, by doing some sort of a ritual, trying to sever this person's ancestral connection. They wanted him in this storm, this mental anguish, this confusion. They didn't want them to see something clearly. They didn't want them to focus more on what they wanted to change in their life. They wanted them to focus more on this emotion of worry, anxiety, this burden. So this person created a lot of burdens within somebody, caused them a lot of pain, caused them a lot of suffering, caused them a lot of mental anguish. So something could be returning back to somebody. A shadow. A codependency. Somebody didn't want somebody to see that it was planned. They wanted them to focus more on this Five of Cups energy, which the Five of Cups in reverse talks about playing a victim. Oh, whoa, I'm the victim. But it also talks about forgiveness. So you may have somebody wanting to come in and ask for forgiveness for the heartache or despair that they have caused somebody. This is somebody who could have paid for something, right? With the Earth King in reverse. The Earth King in reverse talks about they paid for some sort of spell work. Somebody could have paid for a lawyer and now they're under judgment. It could be going broke. This was an opportunist who was heartless, spy, lying, gossiping, did something reckless. All right, final messages for Sagittarius. I'm already past my time frame. Final messages, that's too many. So the Sky King. So this could have been... Sky King talks about Libra energy. It talks about finding balance. The Sky King also talks about somebody who was very verbally manipulative. Somebody who could have been working with a higher official, with the high priest there. Somebody who could have been working with a higher official. Clarify the Sky King as the final message for Sagittarius. Criminal informant. Okay. Okay, so the Death card. So somebody could have petitioned somebody's ancestors, took them to spiritual court. The Sea Queen and the Four of Earth. The Sea Queen is somebody who is over emotional. The Death card, this talks about somebody refusing to let go of this repetitive cycle. This could be somebody who's a gatekeeper, somebody who is trying to block somebody, somebody who just somebody who's very emotional, somebody who is emotional, like emotionally verbal or emotionally reactive. Death. We got Death card. Death comes wisdom. Four of Fire. The Two of Sea. Somebody was trying to block a karmic couple who was trying to block somebody's money. But I feel like it's being released. I feel like it's being let go. Somebody wanted somebody to always be pinching pennies. Somebody always wanted, somebody didn't want to let go, right? They did not want to let go. Somebody who could have been doing necromancy. I don't know. Let's pull a final card here because I'm getting a bunch of different messages. Somebody definitely could have been trying to sacrifice somebody who, like I said, had high spiritual ranking. Could have petitioned the spiritual courts. But I don't see judgment out here. I feel like somebody tried to sever somebody's higher self. But instead of, I feel like they said no. I feel like they just was trying to keep them blind, trying to keep them in this mental confusion state. Maybe didn't want somebody to know what they were doing behind the scenes. The Sea Queen is the Queen of Cups. This talks about that emotional storm. Yeah. The Beekeeper, spreading heart, healing joy, always wanting to sting, right? Always wanting to verbally sting somebody. Set clear boundaries and enforce them. But somebody may have set some sort of clear boundary in their life, and this person kept overstepping somebody's boundary. That could be what the Four Earth is about. Somebody setting boundaries, right? Let me show you this cat. See how they got all that down there, like they're in this boundary, in this circle, and somebody just kept overstepping their boundaries here. Because they didn't want this mental cycle to stop. Two people. An ex. Somebody could have been an ex. This could have been a karmic couple. This could have been a karmic ex who hooked up with an air sign here. Scorpio had the bee energy too. Yeah, somebody wanted to keep somebody in survival mode. So what were they doing? Traveling through somebody's dreams, overstepping somebody's boundaries, siphoning their solar plexus energy. They could be using elemental magic. Sagittarius, your soul mission is to teach about sacred geometry and to spread Palladian heart healing. That's what you're here to do. That's why you got Archangel Raphael. He's a divine physician. The B card reminds you to do everything with joy. When you serve others and the planet with your heart open, an alchemical change can take place both with the great giver and receiver, right? Right here. When you serve others to inspire change, to love deeply, to smile more often, to hope more, to live fully, to create happiness, right? To hug daily. You become one and thus spreads oneness throughout the universe. Solidarity and togetherness grows in the conscious world. So let your actions be purposeful and allow your higher purpose to work through you and guide you. So that's what this person's agenda was. They were trying to sacrifice you because your agenda here on earth was to spread healing and joy. And this person got stung. But Archangel Raphael, the first week of May, is taking this burden, lifting you up out of this pain and suffering. Right? And teaching you how to come back from all the wounds, right? Gaining the wisdom from the wounds. Taking your power back, finding a state of balance, right? And if somebody here does not want to let go of this, they don't want to let go of the past. They don't want to let it go. And they just keep overstepping, and overstepping. Possibly going through a portal of some kind. I feel like they tried to sacrifice somebody who is of high spiritual authority. They wanted them to stay in his hopelessness. They didn't want them to achieve their dreams. Somebody tried to sacrifice a star seed. And I feel like it's backfiring. Right? Right? So I do feel there is a state of balance being returning for somebody. The bees guide you to remember the power and light conferred by the use of sacred geometry. Use its principles in your home and workplace, and the angels will sing over you, bringing light and peace. Thank you for watching.